This is the end, my friend. Father, I want to kill you. No, nobody going with the Doors here? Really? No Jim Morrison references? I'm getting blank stares from the peanut gallery.
No,
here.
the blank stares isn't from the selection; it's more from the execution.
Isn't that always the case? Doing my best Jim Morrison down there with which,
that was a perfect Jim Morrison.
I'm just saying, you never have two men lived more different lives than myself and Jim Morrison. But welcome back. Welcome back to the Steam Tunnels. I am Josh the Birdman, welcoming you into our little cavalcade of madness, our roundtable of redoubtness. Now I'm just running out of adjectives here. I'm just trying to throw out all the smart and fancy words I can. But welcome back to the Steam Gentlemen, bringing you into the zeitgeist, into the age, working you all the way from 45s. Kids, look it up. 45s. There used to be different types of ways you could listen to music, and different types of ways you could listen to music within music, going all the way now to Spotify. 45. Did you guys ever have 45s? Did you ever play around with those?
Yeah, absolutely. I still have 45s.
That's awesome.
One of the floods that happened in early 90s, our basement had probably half a room's full of my dad's 45s. And when that flood hit, you would have thought his first child was down there.
Oh my Lord. Well, his first child was down there. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, actually, his first child is my sister, who's nowhere near there, but I'm pretty sure he would have given up all five of us to save those classics.
I'm just saying that
at least 4 out of 5.
The 45s he was probably collecting before your sister. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God.
It was his first child.
Dude,
Yeah.
He had stories for every single record. I'm not kidding. There was like half a basement full of those records, and that was just one collection. I'm pretty sure he had another collection back in North Carolina. I mean, man, amazing. Yeah, he would have sacrificed at least 3 out of 5 children.
Well,
to save those.
It plays well into our subject matter today as we were going here. But since we got a great start on that, and you actually tie us to our subject matter, how other than the loss of your dad's former child, how are we doing? How are we doing today?
Wait, which one?
RaShaun. Sorry.
You're looking at all three of us.
I know it's the curse of Zoom. It's like I got all three of your eyes. I got it's the most amount of attention I get anytime during the week. Trust me. I mean,
do you get lost in your dreamy eyes like the rest of us?
No. With you guys, yes. Like I say, I feel important. With the rest, I try that. I am the paterfamilias, and the entire family just ignores me. So this is my time to shine.
Probably
the first time I looked into your eyes, I cried. Do you remember the first time we fell in love? You looked into my eyes, wipe the tears away. The first time, right? As you said, look into his eyes, and you can't just say shit like that in front of black people. Moving on.
RaShaun, you got to hurry up before Greg has another moment.
I mean, honestly, what I wish our viewers, I can't wait till we get enough money to go to podcasting, because people need to understand that all that singing kind of happened off camera, because we only get to see half of Greg while we're doing this, which is one of the best parts. But if I'm going to think about Apocalypse, I got to say it's hard to think about any other version than being trapped in the sweat of the creases of Jim Morrison's pants throughout his
record. Dear. That got dark.
The parasites that would be in there if you were of ratio size have to be nothing short of Lovecraftian. I mean,
that's when we brought the subject up today, I was not expecting that. That's part of the fun we have here every day. Is I never quite know.
Josh, I gotta tell you, here's the funny part. 5 minutes ago, I wasn't expecting that either.
I know. I 100% know that and believe it. And I will say, when we thought about talking about the apocalypse, which folks we are talking about today, Yes, that's why I led you in with the Jim Morrison. The crease of Jim Morrison's pants. I did not think Jim Morrison's taint was somehow going to be involved in it, but yet here we are.
Here we are.
It. We're somewhere stuck in Jim Morrison's taint. Star Child. let's use that as our leaping off point for today. How are you doing?
Oh, ready for the end, man. It is fine by me. So this is actually going to be a really fun topic for me.
Oh, excellent. Well, we want it to be fun for us. We want it to be fun for the listeners. It's the only reason we do it. But yes, today we wanted to take a look. Let's face it, I don't think it's any secret, and I don't think anyone's too surprised when we're revisiting our end of the world movies right now after 3 months of lockdown for some of us, most of us coming out of lockdown, getting to take our face masks off, having to put them back on, getting our vaccines, listening to the people telling us we shouldn't get the vaccines because there are, quote, little creatures in it like a tiny octopus. Yes, that was a thing. That was said by Yolette, state representative in our own sister state of New Hampshire. New Hampshire. I guess every state's got one. That we are thinking about, what the end might be, or it's certainly out there again in the zeitgeist. Now, honestly, we were talking off camera here before that, and to be honest, this is nothing new. We, in times of great change, as I'm gonna quote RaShaun here, in times of great change, it's always pretty easy to think that things are coming to an end, right? Is it not?
Yeah.
It certainly is the case. So, I found myself early on, and the guys have also found ourselves thinking about, what's the, hey, how long do you really last in any of these, movie post-apocalyptic scenarios, even though they make them look kind of fun, don't they? And at least the apocalypse we thought we were going to get versus what we got, which was certainly, I got to say, I'm going to interject briefly, and then I'm going to hand the mic off to Greg to get things really started and rolling. But I think the most interesting moment for me early on, it was probably week 1 or 2 in the lockdowns. And, we were all pretty shy about going out to the grocery store, and even a lot of procedures hadn't been brought together yet. Here in Mass, we adopted masks pretty quickly and a few other things, but this was before that even happened. And we went to, I remember going down to my local grocery store and standing in line, and we were all, quite clearly the tension in the air was palpable, right? We're all standing there. At that point, we have no masks because people don't even know if they should use masks or shouldn't. And they had arranged the grocery store to walk through in a particular order, and we were all standing in a line to wait to check out to our groceries. We all packed our grocery carts to the brim, just trying to make these trips as infrequently as possible. By the way, to my local Trader Joe's, I salute you, because I think you kept the world together. And I'm not kidding at all. Everybody in this town was great. Honestly, people in the town were nice to them, and I appreciated that. They worked extra long hours. They were always keeping the store stocked, so you didn't have that feeling of these, empty shelves and these runs on things. And finally, I remember standing in line, and Shiny Happy People by REM was playing in the background, right? And it was I still absolutely remember it, just standing here being like, this is so beyond surreal. Like, that I'm sitting here in the middle of this line trying to get my 2-week supply of food ready to go and bring it back to my family. I have no job at the moment. I have no idea if I'm ever going to have a job again. I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen in the next 2 hours. And, we're all standing here. No one's fighting. No one was dying. That was great. I'm certainly happy about that. But yes, shiny, happy people holding hands. It was the most postmodern moment ever for me. It was like, wow, this is really, and I hate to quote memes, but I'm going to, because we're in meme culture. It was the idea of the Snake Plissken picture on top with him on the motorcycle and a cool looking pistol. And it was like the apocalypse. I thought I was, how I thought I was going to dress for the apocalypse. And below is Jeff Bridges as the dude in his bathrobe at the grocery store, no less, going, and this is how I dress for the apocalypse. Right? Yeah. Which for many of us that was the case, except for those of you who I'm thankful for, including my brother-in-law, who runs who is a manager of a major grocery store. So thank you all for holding it, keeping your shit together, and keeping all of our shit together.
And also a thank you to those of you who decide not to go to the grocery store in your bathrobe. We salute you. Thank you for
absolutely. Sorry about that. I'm still apologizing.
Yeah, and to those who didn't, thank you for listening.
All right, that's it. Still apologizing for that. But with that, I want to hand it off to the Star Child, because he was excited about this little project and really wanted to bring us into the fold and bring us into his dark vision of the apocalypse. Take it away, Star Child. How we doing today?
Feeling all right. I'm going to roll with a couple of things really quickly. Like, one, I feel like the apocalypse is naturally generational. I think like a lot of people thought that, it was going to be the second coming of Christ, the rapture, the Midgard serpent, you know what I mean? Like some great thing was just going to come along and end the earth, and then I was in a discussion with my, uncle-in-law, and he's much older than me, and he still fears nuclear destruction. Like he still thinks, as someone who was all about involved in the Cold War, he still thinks the nuclear apocalypse is going to kill us, which, don't get me wrong, isn't off the table. Yeah, but it's just to say, it's still totally there. But I'm just saying, like most people, you go to them and they're like, especially in the, lens of what's happening now. Yeah, you're kind of seeing another virus or, maybe even that volcano in Yellowstone. But I think one thing is consistent with all of these, and I think that's consistent with the individual. You're hoping it will be quick. Like you're hoping your end will be quick, and you're hoping the end will be quick, because the option of it not being is ugly. And statistically, it won't be quick. It will not be quick. And that may be a good thing, and it may be a bad thing, because there's a lot to say about watching your reality disintegrate. And as you lose your memory, as you lose, bowel retention, as you lose, just the hope of there not being pain, that is when you're more than happy to say goodbye to life. Like when you're on the deathbed and you can barely remember a thing and you're pissing and shitting yourself, you're not thinking about how lonely your spouse is going to be, or those moments with your children that you're going to miss going forward, or all of those possessions and goals that you had. You're not thinking about that. You're just thinking to yourself, sweet release of all of this pain, as all of your organs and all of your facilities betray you and fail you. All things considered, that's a pretty cheery scenario, because you can also think of it as the world. I mean, you look at the world and how precarious it actually is, and the frustration of looking for meaning, and just how difficult it is to watch your species fail over and over and over again. You know what? Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, let's just start, the path to ending all of this. And it's going to be slow. We were hoping that the apocalypse, as we hope for our own deaths, was going to be quick and painless, but no, it's going to be slow and painful. So movies like The Road, movies like even 12 Monkeys, which is more of a time travel movie, movies like The Book of Eli, or like movies where there's a big thing that happened, but the human race is still limping along. It probably limped towards